Club World Cup, yeah? Club World Cup.
Who's in the Club World Cup?
Every single club in the world is in the Club World Cup.
Really?
Literally.
So we had Barcelona in it, did we?
Yes, we did.
And we had Real Madrid?
We did, yeah.
Wow, what happens to them then? I didn't see any of them.
They got eliminated, didn't they?
Did they send their kids?
No, they got eliminated.
They
actually got beat.
By whom?
Well, Barcelona got beat by Liverpool.
Did they really? Liverpool?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, see, so I don't even follow it. It's that pointless.
This is the Club World Cup. Yeah, this is the one trophy that Liverpool didn't have in their cabinet. But
they have now, though, don't they? Because they won yesterday, I believe.
They do,
with extra
and
time.
they won yesterday with extra time. Yes, you do know what's going on.
I know. It was on telly actually.
Why are you crying for?
I had to pay for it.
You're such a hater. You're such a hater.
No, congratulations.
But
that is not the most important trophy that Liverpool want this season.
No, of course it's not.
So let's hope for Liverpool they get their first ever Premiership League title, which looks like to be on the cards.
Yeah, but you do realise that's like the World Cup of club competition.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, you have. When did you do it?
I can't remember when was the last time we won that.
Not last time, the only time. Don't say last time.
99?
You do it on a regular basis.
Was it 99?
2008.
Was it 2008?
Yeah, it was 2008.
Ah.
So it was the one trophy that Liverpool hadn't won.
Really?
And now, like, fans are going crazy saying like we won 3 trophies already this year. And
Yeah,
it's like, well,
then got hammered by
your
Aston
Champions
Villa, though,
League-
didn't they? 5-1.
Yeah, got smashed 5-0.
5-0. Oh, didn't
Yeah.
they get the one goal? I thought they had one goal.
No, not even the one goal. But yeah, it's like with the Champions League. I'm sure that was last season, wasn't it? Did we win the Champions League?
Yeah. So that's how they got into the tournament. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
so that's so you can't say you won that this season. You won that last season, and then you got the Super Cup, which I suppose counts, but that's like the European version of the Charity Shield.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really count either, does it? Because when United used to count the Charity Shield, we used to laugh.
Ishrak Ali saying Klopp out.
Klopp out?
Yeah.
Has he gone? Has Klopp gone? He wants Klopp out. Okay. I mean, that's...
Yeah, I agree with you. I've never heard of the World Cup until last week. Fake trophy.
Who said that? You're making this up.
Ishrak Ali.
Ishrak Ali.
Top fan.
Ishrak Ali's not top.
Ishrak Ali is a top fan.
Ishi, just log off, bruv, and just carry on with your day.
I would, in fact, Ishi, if you're nearby, please come join the studio. There's a seat available.
We should get Ishi in. Look at this. I've never had this. Why is there so much hate? You've come in and you're like, I don't know where Arif's gone.
I don't know where
I don't even know.
Where was it being held?
Ishi only comments when Arif's live on air. Yeah. Decides today he's got to comment and say, I've never even heard of this. What are you talking about?
We don't even know where it's been held.
It's in Doha.
In Doha, is it?
In Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the cricket is, isn't it? Held normally.
They're test driving the new stadiums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Shiraz Khan saying no United fan has heard of it. Haters. So that shouldn't have presented today. Simples. Well, it's funny, isn't it? How that's been off like for about 3 months. This is your first show back since about, I think it was June, wasn't it? You were last on. You're like a great guest presenter. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Shiraz. There's a lot of hate going on, and I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
How can you say a lot of hate if the majority of it is saying? Then it must be, a popular fact, a majority fact. There's
a lot of hate in it.
It's not a lot of hate. It's not hate. It's just a fact.
So let me get this out there in the universe and ask people to interact with the show. So it's just the two of us today.
Yep.
What are we talking about other than the Club World Cup?
Well, there was a couple of world records happening, wasn't there? Pakistan cricket.
Did they set a world record for the biggest defeat in the Test?
No. Again, you just don't know with Pakistan. I can understand why you would say that.
Yeah.
But in the second innings, the second time in the world it's happened that top 4 batsmen have made centuries. So they did that against Sri Lanka in Karachi. And obviously it's a history in itself that the not World Cup, you got me on World Cup, haven't you?
Sri Lanka are back, they're back in
Pakistan. And
so
there's a test match
back in Pakistan,
yes, that's happening, that's brilliant. Another record by Pakistan is, I believe it's the opener currently, Abid Ali. He's the first player ever to have 100 on his debut in 50-50 limited over match.
Oh yeah,
and then in a test match as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
That is amazing. That's a really good start. Yeah. I think
but to be honest, I looked at the players, looked at the list. Half the players I don't even know now. Thinking, oh my god, just don't know whether
they just need to. The thing is, is it a bit? I'll be honest. For me, it's like when Pakistan tour England, and the games are primetime Sky. You watch them or whatever. You get to know the players, and they've got to have a good tour. They've got to have a good summer. Yeah, but if they're not against England, if they're not against, if there's not there's not a full-on tour going, then it's quite difficult for you to keep up to with.
It's not that, yeah, it's true, but it's the fact is that like the team, like the performance, there's no consistency. So the selection is also there's no consistency. You've got the Azhar Ali's back again, captain as Test match. Before even being captain again after taking Safraz, he wasn't in the scenes.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that doesn't quite make sense. Okay, we need a captain, we'll bring him in, but he's not been playing cricket or international cricket. So I don't know what's been happening in the background. I mean, on what basis have they brought him? What form has he been brought in to come back into the team and captain again?
Yeah, so there's two things, isn't there? There's
the youngsters. There was the youngsters that were just thrown in Australia. I mean, what happened to that youngster, the 18-year-old, 19-year-old? I don't think he's even playing in this test.
The 16-year-old.
Was he a 16 or
whose
mother sadly passed away? Fast bowler.
Yeah, 16-year-old.
Yeah. Is he playing? Someone tell me if he's playing.
I know why you say 18, 19 because you can never be sure.
No.
He's probably 26. Just looks young. He's got a baby face.
United are down 1-0. Don't say that, Bilal. Oh, no.
This could be a good show. Were you watching it earlier? What time?
It was a boring game. It was absolute rubbish. 2 o'clock kickoff.
Oh,
so I watched the first half. It was absolutely rubbish. Lingard should have put United ahead.
Lionel Jesse?
Yeah. But it was a rubbish game.
So with a cricket team, I say Test cricket, with a cricket team, what you want some kind of consistency in the squad being selected and playing.
Yep.
So like how, and obviously I'm more familiar with the England setup, but you have like central contracts from the ECB. So you've got a group of 16, 18 players that form part of the squad, and once they're given a contract, they're on the scene for the next year, 18 months, 2 years, whatever the length of their contract is, and then you've got a leader from within that group. And that leader you pick as your captain, somebody who's playing great, somebody who thinks he's got leadership qualities. But you're absolutely right. With Pakistan, it's like you throw them
Here we go.
No, but it kind of is, isn't it? It's like,
it is.
What is the process? What is the structure?
On
what's
basis?
the understanding? If somebody's not played international Test cricket for 6 months, 12 months, what is it? More than
that, hasn't it? Because since Safraz came in, he's been out.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, so Safraz can't captain, therefore let's go back to a player who hasn't played international Test cricket and bring him back in. And I'm guessing Safraz has just left the squad completely. Yeah,
he was invited. He was a special guest by the PCB to go and watch the match, and he attended the match in Karachi. Okay. Obviously, it was a big thing. Test cricket coming back to Pakistan.
Big thing, massive.
So and he was there to support the team and everything, and he was like gutted as well, saying, Test cricket's back in my country and I want to play.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's got a contract. He's been, as soon as the selectors change, chairman changes, everything happens. It's just like, we've lost a few matches. Like, let's redo the whole thing again and start again, and it doesn't last for long. And
the other aspect of that is like how you could be. You come into the squad and you start establishing yourself and you start exerting more and more influence through your performances and your experience. And then somebody thinks, oh, do you know what? That's probably captain material. And then they start watching you, and then you go for another 6 months, 12 months. The captain has a bad patch. And let's mix it around. They'll bring in somebody from the squad who's playing well, who looks like they could be a leader, and they can captain. Once you've kind of run your course as captain, why does it automatically mean that you're out of the team as well? Like, okay, I can no longer captain. You've got somebody who might think is better.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean I haven't got the skills to contribute to the team, right?
Yeah.
But they just seem to they bring somebody in as a captain.
But I suppose in this case, Safraz's performance was dipped, so they were going to drop him anyway, I suppose, and he just happened to be the captain on top of that. I mean, I understand that if your form's poor, regardless captain, no captain, you've got to be dropped.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, where captaincy, like you're saying, doesn't mean just because your captaincy poor, if you're playing well, okay, change your captain, but keep the player. I mean, I think India's done that pretty well with Kohli, who became captain, but before that, the wicketkeeper, got his name now all of a sudden, but he was captain for India for such a long time, but he's still in the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
So
how would you describe Pakistan then?
You just throw the balls in the air, back to let it land. You just don't know what's going to happen.
It is horrific. There's loads of comments coming through. It looks like United might be 2-0 down. So United 1-0 down, says Bilal. Then
2-0.
Ishi says, haha, Sadat. Give me a cup of tea. I'm on my way. Ishi, you're more than welcome, mate. Seriously, there is a spare chair.
We can't have tea or anything.
We can't have tea or anything. Ishi. But you're more than welcome to come into the studio and have a chat. The game's probably over now anyway, so you might as well come in. Bilal says 2-0. Zaimi says, Bilal Javid, haha, shambles, mate. Ishrak saying, Image, call some. Asamoah is watching and he says, back up you will need it.
Call some backup, you'll need it.
Call some. Why does he say it over two? Ishi, why don't you just say that over one message? It's like, image call some. Backup, you will need it. It's like, I just don't know what that means.
That's how he came top fan. More comments.
Like it. Ishi, we're waiting for you, mate. Come into the studio and join us on the show. So who are Manchester United playing today?
The way to Watford. Bottom of the table.
Bottom of the table, Watford.
Yeah, new manager.
Yes.
I can't remember his name now. But
so Liverpool played Watford, didn't they, last week? And it was a tough win.
2-1 was it?
I think it was 2-1 or 2-0, but it was a tough game. It wasn't easy, and then the last goal came pretty late on. So yeah, not an easy.
Look, I'm sure I said this a couple of weeks ago when we spoke about United.
That you're the Robin Hood of the Premier League.
before we played City and Tottenham, because we were going to play Tottenham, wasn't it, midweek, and City at the weekend. You asked me the question, do you think win? I said, yeah, I think they'll perform much better against the top teams than they will do against the so-called lower teams, and it's happened.
You're losing to Watford, bruv.
Yeah, I know, and we shouldn't be. But we beat.
You're losing to Watford, fam.
We beat Tottenham and we beat City.
That's a long time ago. You talk about history.
A week ago.
You're losing to Watford.
It's like you talking about that silly cup game that Liverpool won. That's history.
The World Club Cup. Yeah.
World Club Cup.
The World Club Cup.
World Cup.
Yeah,
Club.
Klopp. You're losing to Watford. What is going on? What's happening?
These things happen. Bad day at the office, as my brother would say.
It's a bad day at the office. I actually can't believe it. Look, even Michelle's like giving me the thumbs up. She's got massive smile on her face. She's actually having a really good time. Is that because Tottenham play later today?
Well, yeah, Tottenham lost to United, so I don't know why she's having such a happy time.
It's a long time ago.
However, yeah, Tottenham play. There's a London derby against Chelsea. So Mourinho back.
So
is it at Chelsea's ground? I think as well.
Chelsea, Tottenham, and there's one other game today? Or was it just the two today?
No, just the two, I think. I can't remember if there was another one, because I assume, obviously, Liverpool not going to play because they're at that World Cup game.
Why are you crying, bro? You're crying.
No, I'm reminding you so many times, isn't it? But before we go, before I say before, we've obviously gone on a bit of a rant about football. Darts, I saw. Did you hear what happened in darts?
Yeah.
First woman to win in the World Championship, or the first round.
First woman to ever win a match against a bloke in the World Championships.
So is this the first woman ever's competed in this then?
No.
It's not the first woman who's ever competed. I was about to say, because I was surprised.
And she's gone on to win the second match as well. She's in the
third round. Yeah. There were two, but I saw that there was only two women competing though.
So it's really, it is historic because with anything, to be the first and for there to be such a big deal about it, it has to put you off your game. Imagine, and especially with something like darts, where you're going for
puts you off the bloke's game or her game.
Puts you off your own game as a girl. I'm sure, as being trying to be the first, because you can score all day long. When you look at darts, you're looking at average scores per set of darts, right? 3 darts average, and maximums are 180.
Legs and sets,
yeah. So max. Well done. No, but the maximum you can score is 180, right? And what they do is over your career, they'll give you like an average number of points scored, where you're trying to maximize the number of points that you're scoring. So if you've got an average of 125, 130, that's pretty good, right?
Right.
So you can compare your scores versus the top opponent. Men.
Okay.
In the league. Or in the competition, and you can say, you know what, I can probably hold my own. And then if you look at,
there's no reason why a female woman couldn't hold their own in darts. So there, with all due respect, I don't mean to be anything. There's nothing.
Why are you so sexist?
I'm not being sexist. Why is there's nothing?
It sounds like you're being really sexist.
I take it back if it sounds like that. But I'm just surprised. I'm just trying to say, why is there no more women there? Has there been a block for women to get into the darts? I don't understand, because there's nothing holding women back to compete with the men in darts.
How do people get good at darts, do you reckon? Yeah. Where does that happen usually?
Where does that happen? Yeah. It's all in the arm, the wrist, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
but where do they go to practice their dart?
Don't give me no way.
What?
You're going to tell me they're going to a gym and building up their arm and all that stuff?
No.
All right, what are you going to say?
Where do people get good at darts? Where does somebody say, hey, you know what, you're quite talented in darts?
The pub. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's a pub game. Because as I say, all I used to see when we were younger is darts playing with their beers, and they're like clearly not athletes, shall we say?
Yeah, literally, a beer in one hand and throw the darts.
Obviously, it's changed. They're not allowed the alcohol now, are they?
This is what I would suggest. I would suggest that more men frequent pubs than women. I'd suggest. I don't know. I'm not a
Pub goer.
or somebody who knows much about pub going habits, but that's what I would. From my experience of EastEnders and Coronation Street, there tends to be more men that go to pubs than women.
Okay, well, okay, I can agree with that.
When women go for the social aspect, men go for the social aspect, but you tend to find women trying to kind of get into like maybe they'll go into like a group and chat, or they'll be sat around a table and chat, and guys, it's like let's keep busy, let's throw a few arrows.
So that sounds prejudiced as well. Women just gossip and men go and play sport.
Yeah, if you want to spin it like that, you can. But that's what I'd say. Firstly, secondly, what I'd say is, look, women haven't taken part, and then the moment they allowed women to take part, women were not able to win that first round match.
When did they allow women to take part? Would have been
definitely in the last championships. There were women that lost in the first round.
Okay,
I don't know about the one before that. I don't know. It's one of those things where you would allow somebody to take part. It's just like, isn't it? Why would they have to say that? It's a world dance championship, and
that's
and
what
women
I mean. I'm surprised that there's not more women competing. That's all I was trying to get to. I was surprised. I mean, it was highlighted obviously when she won, and I thought, you know what? That's true. I've never seen women play double. Why is that? And you're just thinking, what?
But what I was going to say was, imagine you're a woman and you're on the verge of winning your match. Now, I know of those two things, one is a little bit easier to understand than the other.
Of course.
Yeah. And then you've got to hit like a double 18.
Yes.
And then you're about to throw that, and then you think, hang on, this could be the first time ever in the history of this sport that a woman has beaten a man. And you're going to hit that very pressure shot. It becomes a little
so is it just as much as pressure for the man than saying, I don't want to be the first ever man to lose to a woman?
Yeah, but you lose passively. You win actively.
Okay.
Yeah. So for him to lose, he'd have to be sat in his seat to lose. Whereas for her to win,
yeah, but it make him more nervous when he plays his shots.
Oh, he's saying, okay, she could.
He's in the back of his head.
She could close out here. So if I don't finish with these 3 darts, she could close out. So there's more pressure.
It's getting a bit closer than anticipated and tenses up and everything.
But then maybe there's a difference to how well certain sexes handle stress.
That's true. Could be. Could be.
No. Yeah.
No. Could be. I'll go with that.
Okay. So we got Waj Ajaib watching with.
Oh yeah, Waj! Congratulations on was it his first show the other week you had?
It was his first show a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
and it was just after the. I didn't want to mention the boxing because I suppose you've done that already, haven't you?
No, we haven't. We haven't done boxing for a whole 2 weeks.
No, but did you do Waj?
Yeah, but it was 2 weeks ago. Things happen in the sport, don't they? Over week on week.
I thought it was after the championship fight between AJ and what's his name? Was it Mexican American name?
So Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
For
the world champion
Ruiz.
Yeah.
And so
did you discuss that?
We did.
How did you find that match? Because it's a very much a mixed bag. I see. Come and say, it was boring. It was rubbish.
Who said that?
Just
random
people.
Okay,
so watching the match together. So my brother was one of them. He goes, it's boring. So this is rubbish. AJ's rubbish. Why isn't he going out and smashing him? But I just thought it was brilliant. Tactically, he did what he had to do to win the match.
That's the difference between you and your brother, Sadat. Like, you know sports, don't you? You're a connoisseur of sports. You've got your own sports show. You know what it takes to be at the top level. Your brother is all about that, the flair, the bling.
I mean, there was a one round or one moment where they did started to scrap, and you could tell that's what Ruiz wanted, and it wasn't right for AJ.
Yeah.
And cleverly, and maybe instinctively, it's difficult for him as well not to get involved in that. Yeah. And to just stick with his jab, and wait for the opening. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think they have the tail of the tape.
Yep.
Yeah. How tall are you? How much you weigh? How long is your reach?
Yep.
Right. And Ruiz is quite short compared to AJ.
Yep.
But he gives away so much in reach. Literally, it's almost like a foot extra on his arm.
Yep.
That Joshua. So. Why do they do that? They tell you where people might win or lose fights. They tell you what Ruiz might fancy and what Joshua might fancy. If Joshua's got that extra reach, he probably wants to stay at arm's length.
Yep.
And if Ruiz got shorter reach, then he's probably going to be better when it comes to scuffles. Yeah. He's going to be better with the hooks and all that kind of stuff. So that's the only reason they do that. So why would you not use that to your advantage?
Of absolutely.
Course, you want to see your man, the boxer, go in there and finish people off. But not everybody can finish people off like Team SMG.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't expect Joshua to give us the kind of night that Team SMG gave us in Essex last week.
It was a great night.
It was a fantastic night from what I hear. I wasn't there.
Oh, was you there?
No, I wasn't there. I couldn't make it.
I couldn't make it. Yeah, I was invited by Arif.
Yeah, I actually had a ticket.
Yeah. I have to refund. I said I'll refund him for that, but I had to pull out last minute.
Him for that?
Yeah, because I felt bad. It was something turned up in last minute, so I had to bail out.
Yeah, I was managing the football, wasn't I? So I couldn't leave. And then apparently the fight was going to be at 4 o'clock.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's all right. And I don't feel like bad then. No? I thought you were going to be there. If we're going to be there.
Yeah, we all had a great time in your absence. So that, yeah, it was.
But if you weren't there, then it's all right. Then it couldn't have been that good.
Oh, Sully is watching. You never walk alone. Why are you saying Dubois KO'd Fujimoto yesterday in 2 rounds? Like we know what you're talking about, Waj. Waj, what are you talking about? That sounds pretty boxing-ish to me. And we don't speak boxing-ish, so we're gonna have to fill in the listeners on the boxing show where we do it. Why are you crying for?
I'm crying. I'm just reading.
Sully's saying we are champions of the world. #LFC. Hey Sully, I know we're champions of the world, but nobody even cares. It's all about whether or not you can do it away to Watford on a cold Sunday afternoon. That's what it's all about.
Well, not just away to Watford. It's like
away to Stoke as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Stoke. Anybody, everybody. Yeah. And at the moment, currently Liverpool seem to be doing that. And could win their first ever Premier League.
We're not talking about football just yet.
No.
Sully's saying best night ever for me. #SMG debut.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
We had was our FC Peterborough player in the SMG fight, or was it? Because there was a debut as well. I saw that on the social media. One of the FCP Peterborough player debuting in boxing. I saw Harris' picture all over the place. I missed
FCP, it. No. FCP would just like to give a shout out to SMG. That was SMG. It's not an FCP.
I thought it was one of the players who was actually boxing as well.
There's a number of players who got photos taken with SMG.
Oh, right, okay.
My bad. The fight as well, because obviously the chairman of FC Peterborough is one of the sponsors of SMG.
Yes.
So he was quite keen to promote that, and then the kids they were over the moon. They were excited to see a real life professional.
Oh yeah, I mean straight after continue with the AJ fight, straight after that, and boys got out their gloves and they started sparring with each other in the room. Mother was shouting at him and he said, "Come on, we're not going to hurt each other." Gave it half an hour and the little one started crying. It
escalates until a point when somebody starts crying. And it's like, oops, we might have just crossed the line now.
Yeah, then I get in trouble for buying the gloves in the first place, like a few years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. So what else? I mean, we're about to go into the halftime break. And hopefully Ishi will be joining us, and we can talk a little bit more football in the second half. But what else did you want to speak about today?
Well, I suppose we'll talk in the second half, but there's racism again. Is kicking up again, especially in Italy.
You know what's really sad? It's like it feels like we could have a running agenda with racism as an item on this show.
Yeah, it is.
Talk about something every single week.
Absolutely.
So I'm guessing you're talking about the incident.
There was 2 incidents. There was the Black Friday,
the Man City one,
on Italy, the Man City one.
Yeah.
There's also
the Italian
horrific. Those pictures of the monkeys. What are they thinking? Yeah. It's just like, it's just terrible.
Apparently they weren't monkeys. No, they were apes.
Oh, I apologise.
Like that makes any difference. People are like, you depict them as monkeys. No, they're apes. Join us again for the second half of the show, guys. We're going to be talking football and we're going to be talking Club World Cup, if you don't mind. So join us in a few minutes. Thank you.
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
Where can you get high quality and low prices? Amar Food Store and Halal Meat in Lincoln Road, Triangle is the place to go. Pay us a visit and take advantage of our special offers and great range of products on groceries, vegetables, fruits and halal meat. Also send money to Pakistan absolutely free. We have all top brands at special offers, offer free customer parking and provide a free local delivery service. Amar Food Store and Halal Meat, 613B Lincoln Road, Peterborough. Call us on 01733 687 374. High in quality, low in prices.
There's a million choices available for dining out in Leeds.
But if you want something special, there's only one name to remember.
Mumtaz Leeds.
Relax in our newly refurbished Riverside restaurant.
Enjoy exquisite home cooking from our brand new menu. Upgrade to the Mumtaz Leeds experience.
And the price? Well, we're better value than ever before.
Mumtaz Leeds, Chadwick Street, Leeds, LS10 1PJ. Call 0113 242 4211.
Free car parking available.
कोई रत्तियां कमीज़ानी लमाना मारे मामा मिठियां वेची जानी
मेरा नाम मुकद्दस है और कोट मेरा घर है और ये मेरे लिए किसी जन्नत से कम नहीं। हमारे भी कुछ ख्वाब हैं जिनकी ताबीर को हमें पाना है।
आइए इन बच्चों के ताबनाक मुस्तकबिल के लिए अपना हिस्सा डालिए। अपनी ज़कात, सदकात, खैरात और इमदाद कोर्ट को दीजिए।
UK number 0300 123 7774. Website court.org.uk.
Almarad Tiles. With over 70 stores nationwide, we are now open in Peterborough. Up to 50% discount offers now on. Largest selection of tiles. Full bathroom suites from only £189. Paint, LED lighting, laminate flooring from only £7.99. Over 1,000 designs of wallpaper in stock. We have everything you need. Come and visit us at 193 Fengate, Peterborough, PE1 5BH, or call us on 01733 34 58 47. Almarad Tiles, now open.
In the mood for some authentic Desi food? Try Desi Restaurant on Lincoln Road. Start your day right with our Desi breakfast every day from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Halva puri, channa, nihari, paya, paratha and omelette. Need a tasty lunch? Every day 1 to 4 p.m. we've got fast food, pizzas, kebab sandwiches, tandoori dishes, balti dishes, biryanis and much more. We're also open every evening 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. Try our Desi Tawa special or our fresh handi, 1 kg chicken or lamb on the bone, cooked to order. Eat in, take away or free delivery. Visit desirestaurant.co.uk to view the full menu and order online. 60-seat capacity and a private function room. Catering service also available. Desi Restaurant, 298 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2ND. Call us now on 555 795.
Peterborough's community radio station, Salaam Radio, 106.2 FM.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio 106.2 FM, and thank you so much to our Luton listeners who I didn't give a shout out to in the first half of the show. Thank you so much for joining us, for listening in. Inspire FM 105.1. As always, you can interact with the show. We always love your interactions. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live, Sadat, what do you suggest they do?
Suggest you send in your comments, but not the score, please. I don't want that.
Don't send in the score for the games that are going on right now, because it might upset us, some of us. And do get your comments in. You can also. Has anybody ever emailed the show?
No.
Can somebody email the show, please? Email the show at studio.
I think there's more chances.
Email the show on the following address, studio@salamradio.co.uk, or text and WhatsApp. It's 07745278978. If you want that number and you want to save it in your phone, I will be telling you again in about 15 seconds. So get your phones out. Studio phone number is 01733602133, and like I said, text or WhatsApp on 07745278978. Thank you so much, and interact with the show. There's been a few comments in the break, or have you deleted them off our page? Do we know what they were saying? Sully was asking EB what the score was. I don't know. Did he come back with anything?
I don't know. What was he saying? Sully, something about. Ali, what's the score, bro?
So I posed a question on one of the groups I was on, and genuinely, like sometimes, I mean, with football, it's just there's too much fishing and there's too much, like, it's obvious, like, just say something just to wind people up and whatever. There genuinely is, but I put something, it's everywhere. You can't.
Just in sports.
Just in everything, a little bit of everything. But I posted a question yesterday, and it was a genuine question. I wasn't even joking. But then obviously the response was, yeah, fishing, all this shit. And I was like, no, really. So I'm just trying to imagine how I would have felt. So you've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager of Manchester United.
Yes.
And Everton have just got Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah.
So how does that make United fans feel? And that's like, I'm not fishing. You're losing 2-0. Look, we can laugh at you all day long if you want, yeah? It's not that. It's just, you know what? Is there a
big name? We had Mourinho. They had Van Gaal. A big name doesn't resolve anything. I personally think it's got to be the right manager for the right players. Like I said at the time, Pochettino was the right fit, I thought. At the time he was at Tottenham.
So Pochettino's still potentially available, right?
Yep.
In fact, some United fans have said, we're waiting for Poch and we just need a few bad results before we get him in. Some people have said that. I don't know if you've heard that as well. But I'm thinking, like, if you gave Ole a new contract, that means Ole's your future. That's
yes, and I don't agree with sacking him or getting rid of him mid-season.
So now you should see it and it kind of makes sense because you want to get.
I'm sure he's got a target list of players as well he wants in Jan.
I'll tell you one thing, like, if a manager comes in say, season finishes in May, let's say they sack him in May, and a manager comes in end of May, players are off there on their end of season breaks, so the manager doesn't get a real chance to see them in training. But then it's just seeing them in training. And then pre-season friendlies. I mean, you know what? They're not worth anything, pre-season friendlies, at that level. So you can't really assess who's good, who's not good, who you might want to change. You need to come in. Like, I think, it's December now? January. If they make a decision that Poch is coming in, I would say January, February, say thank you very much
after the January sales?
After the January transfer window, yeah. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, at least let Poch finish off the bad season that United. I mean, it's not a bad season; it's still 5th,
No, it's not a bad season. It's not to be as. It was an expected season. No one expected, all of a sudden United to challenge for the top 4. When Solskjaer came in,
don't say that.
Yeah,
don't say that.
It didn't expect that to happen all overnight.
I think United fans thought they were in. Again, honestly,
they would love to. But let's be realistic. Realistically, I couldn't see United beating, going ahead. In the league table wise, of Tottenham, Chelsea.
First game of the season, you beat Chelsea 4-0.
Yeah, Chelsea were already in turmoil as well, weren't they? They had issues as well.
Yeah, and they've resolved them.
And still, today, I think United probably will beat Chelsea or City, or maybe even go and beat Liverpool. But
there's not enough good teams in the top 6.
Yeah,
there's only 6 teams in the top 6. So how many can you beat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the way they're set up, that's what's going to happen. They'll probably play better, or it's a mentality problem. I was saying that today when we were watching the game. It's just like they've gone out there and they said, it's Watford. Just keep the ball. It will happen sooner or later. They'll mess up and we'll score or something. And it was just like they hadn't upped their game.
Front foot,
and it was just like, because they're playing, with all due respect to Watford supporters, fans out there, they're playing the game on the basis, it's only Watford, where you go and you play your game every time with that intensity and that, pace.
You should have your own style. You should have your own
play
game
that
plan,
game.
And you should do that.
You don't play the opposition. You play your game.
Back to my question then. If you're seeing clubs like, and this is not to say that Ancelotti is going to solve all of Everton's problems, but you see a club like Everton, which is a big club, with all due respect to they are a big club, they know Man United, and they've gone and they've brought in a multiple Champions League winner, multiple league winner in Carlo Ancelotti.
Yep.
And you guys have gone back to a former player, club legend in that way.
After going with Mourinho.
After going with Mourinho and Van Gaal. Yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
yep.
Yeah, no, I get that. But is that to say that, like, the strategy going forward
again, I think at the time we sacked Mourinho, so it was to bring some stability. Probably Solskjaer or an ex-player was the right move. But to give him that contract at the end,
yes,
I think they jumped the gun, and it's because of obviously they got
the fans
swept away with the fans
crazy,
and with the victory, everything. It was just obviously, and it didn't make sense to me to give him the contract straight away that way. I think they could have waited, could have had a thought of who they were going to get. I don't know if at the time when they sacked Mourinho, if they thought, well, we'll go for Pochettino, we won't go for him, or this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But for Everton, yes, Ancelotti, I think, is a great call. I mean, their legend, Ferguson, he done take it. He showed what happened with a bit of passion. Of Everton, I don't think they'd lost a game in full 90 minutes under Ferguson.
Yep.
They lost obviously on penalties against Leicester after being 2-0 down and came back to 2-2 in the Carabao Cup.
Well, we've got a caller on the line.
Oh,
but just
we?
before we take that call,
Yeah.
I just want to read Ishi's comments. Ishi saying Ole needs a Klopp hug. No, Sully's saying Ole needs a Klopp hug. Ishi saying this show isn't the same without Arif Aziz. I completely agree with you. The show is not the same without Arif Aziz. We've got a caller on the line. Hello, caller on the line. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Arif Aziz.
Arif Aziz! Hey! How was
set that up?
How was that for a setup? That's pretty good, wasn't it? No, but Ishi did text it and he said exactly that. Arif, congratulations, mate. You must be bouncing off the walls right now.
Yeah, must be doing sit-ups and press-ups.
We're still buzzing from last night. There were a few of us who went. Kessler.
Forget about last night. How was the football game?
Yeah.
The football game was good. I mean, we got the result. I think we could have scored early on, scored a couple of goals, and
yeah, we had 3 chances in the first 4 or 5 minutes, didn't we? In the first half, only about 3 or 4 chances in the start of the second half as well. But what a tense match!
Who were they playing in the final?
They were playing Flamengo, the Brazilian champions.
Never heard of them.
Best team in South America.
Oh right, okay.
Arif, we've got nothing but hate here from Sadat. So tell him about the World Club Championship because he's not familiar with that.
Yeah, he's gone to do some research to find out about it himself.
Arif, are you there? he literally has got to do some research.
What match did we watch last night, lads? What was it again?
Right, I think Michelle's cut him off.
Well done, Michelle.
Well done, Michelle. If he does call back, we'll take his call again. But it looks like he has disappeared. How nice of him to call. He's out there in Doha, and he's thinking about you, obviously, and a little bit maybe about me as well.
Yeah.
It was really nice of him to call. So let's go back to the comments of the show. The show isn't the same without Arif Aziz. You're absolutely right. Suli said agreed. Ishi saying yes, Arif. And then Sully saying, so happy for Arif Aziz and the brothers.
Whilst we had Arif on, actually, I remembered something I wanted to bring up. It's like sad news, upsetting news as well, is the retirement of the FC Peterborough veteran manager, Ash. I was upset to hear that, and he put my career back on the map by selecting me for the first thing. And
cry me a river, bro. I genuinely don't. It is what it is. Thank you so much for your service.
Yeah, thanks, Ash.
I did say Sadat Akram might be interested in the role. That's
player manager. Put player first and manager second.
So Watford 2-0 up against Manchester United. 81 minutes to go.
No, that's all over.
That looks like it's all over, isn't it?
So that's United in 8th, I think. Now that puts them in.
Okay, and then it was Everton 0, Arsenal 0 with
Arteta going back.
Big Dunk substituting a sub again. What's he doing?
Oh, did he do that again?
He did it again. What's he doing? What is he?
Please tell me it wasn't the same player.
Oh my god! It can't have been. No, it can't have been.
Oh well.
It can't have been the same player.
I don't know.
If it's the same player's just going to leave, right? He's just going to be like, I've had enough.
Well, why would he now? Well, it depends what Ancelotti does, doesn't it?
So well, let's have a look. Oh, it might have been because Iwobi went off after 11 minutes, which means somebody must have come on after 11 minutes, which is Tucson. Tucson must have come in. Yeah, and then I think
so he came on early and then he substituted towards it. That's okay.
That's a little.
It's probably just highlighted more, obviously, because of the previous game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the previous game? Have you seen that bit of analysis that Jamie Carragher did on?
Is it because he didn't run back and he was tired all of a sudden and he decided to substitute him?
Yes.
I don't know. Only Duncan Ferguson can answer that. He said, and his response was simple, that he just wanted to waste time. So he just substituted him.
And it was unfortunate that
it was him. Yeah,
I just pointed randomly.
Yeah,
you know what I thought, and it may be a bit cynical of me, but I thought he got confused with who he was trying to substitute.
Maybe
he didn't know which player.
Maybe it was coming to the end, and it was just all buzzing, and he thought, "Look, just do a substitute quick."
I just think he got confused. Great result for Southampton away to Aston Villa, 3-1. Couple of goals by Danny Ings. He seems to be scoring a few goals. Danny Ings, he's on fire. He's
there.
Yeah, he's got
Ings for England.
7 goals apparently.
Yeah.
So he's doing really well. Oh, we've got a caller on the line. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Arif again. Sorry,
Arif.
lads.
Can I remind you are live on air, so just be careful what you say, yeah? Because
I'll be very, very careful. I think Sadat wanted to make a point about Ash as well. He's next to me as well. I think the Vets manager, and we can also talk about the
Vets
game.
manager,
the ex Vets manager, yeah, and right. I was going to say rightly so, but I don't want to burn his.
Well, Ishfaq just said that my selection was the reason for Ash's retirement. I just want to bury that rumor right here. That's not true.
It's not true. It was your lack of selection was the reason for Ash's departure. It's like, you've got people like Sadat doing the radio show with the chairman of the head of football operations, and he's not getting selected for the team. So what do? Me and Arif, we sit down and we say, right, we're gonna have to fire someone now. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Arif, tell us about the match. Tell us about the atmosphere. What do you think of the stadiums? Obviously, that's where the World Cup's gonna be held.
I think. Yeah, the stadium was absolutely fantastic. I didn't expect the stadium to be as nice as it was. I think we in the first game we sat sort of we had some really good seats towards the bottom end of the ground where we can see the whole match.
You're all about the bottom end, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
Easy.
the top second game and the final we actually sat on the top. Is excellent view, fantastic. The crowd were awesome. Majority of the crowd was Flamingo crowd, but didn't make any difference to us because. It was a good spirit. I think they were all up for it. They were expected to win the game, but obviously, I think being Liverpool.
Hang on, did you say they were expected to win the game?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
No, so isn't it like the last, like 12 of the last 13 winners have been European, I think the South American teams only won it once in the last year.
He doesn't know nothing about this cup game either.
Yeah, I think this particular team had done extremely well. They'd absolutely smashed their league and smashed their.
They were Todoro champions.
Yeah.
No, excellent. And
full stadium then.
I mean, what do you think of the game itself? Like we won 1-0, but it was a late goal, wasn't it? In extra time. They really played well as an opposition. They really nullified the threat of Liverpool and really worked hard, didn't they?
They did, and I think we had to bring Van Dijk back into the team. He was absolutely awesome. He looked like a leader in that team. So it did. The first sort of 10-15 minutes, I thought the way the game was going to pan out that we might end up getting a few goals, but it didn't happen, and they got into the game very, very strong, very physical team. At times, I thought it was a little bit too physical. The refereeing could have been a lot to be desired with.
Oh, so did you hear about this or that?
No, go on.
So we had a penalty.
Heard about this cup
we had a penalty, and the penalty was given.
Okay.
And then they're screaming. I mean, the player, Rafinha, former Bayern Munich fullback, he's screaming saying, I did foul him, but I fouled him outside the box, not in the box, because Mane's in full flow.
Okay.
It goes to VAR, and Liverpool usually get on the right end of those decisions. This time, he's reviewing whether it's inside or outside. He comes back and he goes, no foul. And he goes, drop ball to the goalkeeper.
Oh.
So rather than penalty stroke free kick, it became drop ball to the goalkeeper. So
but the right decision was made at the end?
No, it was clearly the wrong decision.
If it wasn't a foul?
I think it might have. I think it was in the box. It was definitely a foul.
Was it a foul?
It was definitely a foul.
But VAR say it was not a foul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, please.
Why are you crying for? Arif, so that's been
it's
crying
just that when VAR doesn't go with you.
So are you following the United game today? Arif, are you following this United game today?
I'm following. I think they're losing 2-0, I believe.
Yeah, is that not showing anywhere in Qatar?
No, we're just saying having some food, so managed to log on and see how you boys were getting on, and I thought I'd just give you a brief description of what happened yesterday. And obviously, Sadat then was talking about the fact that Ash was
yes, Ash has been relinquished of his left by mutual consent. I think,
yeah. So, but it was all right. I mean, Ash is next to me. Ash, do you want to add anything to what through the commenters?
Did you say Ash is next to you? Is Ash next to you?
Yeah, he's next to me.
That'd be awesome. Get Ash on the phone.
I'm trying to.
Assalamu alaikum, Ash. you're live on Salaam Sports. How are you doing? How are you recovering? I guess there's a bit of rest period after your your decision to move away from
mid-season.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying my time. Since I've left the post. I've had a good break here out in Qatar, and I've been enjoying myself watching the football.
Yeah, it's a little bit Big Sam, isn't it? Because when Big Sam goes from job to job, he goes off to Spain and gets himself a tan, doesn't he? And then he comes back with his big tan saying, I'm back in the management game.
I've worked a pretty good tan, to be fair. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, and what would you say was your proudest moment of managing the FC Peterborough Vets?
I think my proudest moment was when I took Arif off and put Sadat on, and Sadat scored a goal. That was my.
That's more than one moment then.
That is awesome. So Sadat,
I think that happened more than once.
Yes.
Oh no, it's definitely happened more than once that you've taken Arif off and put Sadat on. And to be fair, and Sadat scored. Yeah, definitely. Awesome, nice one, Ash. You having a good time there in Qatar? Yeah, obviously. It's carnival atmosphere, must be.
Oh yeah, well, the carnival atmosphere, to be fair, was by the Brazilians until last night.
Okay.
It was amazing. There was everywhere you looked, it was Brazilian fans. We felt like we were in Brazil, actually.
But did you get the Brazilian fans confused with the I guess the Middle Eastern fans, because Middle Eastern fans were pure Liverpool?
No. No, the Middle East fans were supporting Liverpool.
Yeah.
But the Brazilians were totally outnumbering us.
Yeah, because I mean, from the TV, it was saying like there was about 15,000 fans over from
Brazil. It was on
Brazil.
TV, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's this?
Yeah, so there's about 15,000 fans over from Brazil, and you're absolutely right. I mean, the scenes looked incredible. It looked like a really, really good tournament.
Yeah. I want to ask you guys, what happened with that penalty decision? Because obviously we were in the stadium, we couldn't see the VAR decision.
Well, Sadat didn't know there was a big game on yesterday, so he didn't watch it at all. But no, I saw that, and initially I thought definite penalty. When it went to replays, it started looking like actually it might have just been outside, and you can see Rafinha actually pleading with the referee, saying, "Look, I didn't kick him inside. It was outside. It was outside. It was outside." So they're begging for a free kick. The referee goes to review because it's not quite clear whether it's inside or outside. It depends
on
the
referee doesn't call a review.
That's the thing. Referee stayed on the pitch, and then the fourth official called the referee over because he said it's too close to call. So as the referee's going over, you could see that if you freeze frame it there, it's outside. If you freeze frame it there, it's inside. There was contact in both freeze frames, so you can kind of give it either way. The referee decides that the players touched the ball. So it's not even a foul.
Right, so it's one of those where he's actually gone to see a screen. It's not the VAR.
So it wasn't even a foul in the end.
No,
in the end, he's not given a foul. But
no,
actually,
he got the ball. He touched the ball. Ash.
But actually, no.
No, he touched the ball, Ash.
No, he didn't touch the ball.
He touched the ball, Ash.
Right, let me finish because
it didn't look like it didn't look like he touched the ball at all.
The ball moved.
So what happened was he's basically decided that Rafinha hasn't touched Mane rather than Rafinha touched the ball. So he's decided that he's not even touched Mane. But the angle which shows that he clearly touches Mane wasn't even reviewed on the review.
So did he not book Mane for diving?
No. And the other thing is, Ash, don't you think like if he had have given a free kick rather than a penalty, then it'd have been forced to change his yellow card to a red card?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
obviously.
Because he gives his yellow card because it's that double jeopardy rule, isn't it? You can't give a red card and a pen. But if you then change it from pen to free kick, you'd have to change the yellow card to red card. So that's what I was thinking. It's either free kick and red card or penalty and yellow card. And he's turned around and he said drop ball to the goalkeeper because it's not a foul.
To be honest with you, like from where we were watching it, it looked like they were trying to appease the fans because majority of the fans were Brazilian there. And the support for Brazilian football is huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just glad that the game ended the way it did, and we ended up winning because that was a crucial decision. I think it would have gone pretty bad for us had that cost us the game in the end. But great result, great game, and you know what? When are you guys back then? Enjoy yourselves for the rest of it.
Yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow. I just want to say something to Sadat, if that's all right with you.
Go for it, absolutely.
Of course.
You are live on air though.
Yeah, you are live on Gav.
It might be better if you text him, but you can say if you want.
Sadat.
Yes, Ash.
We are the champions of the world.
There we go. Nice one.
I hope you win your first Premier League.
And I had a 2-0 down at Watford, by the way, bottom of the league, Watford. Just thought I'd throw you in there. Nice one, Ash.
Arif wants to have a word.
Arif shouldn't have gone to Doha if he wanted to do the show so bad.
Yeah, so I think I just wanted to echo what Ash was saying, that we are the champions of the world, and hopefully a lot of good things to come from now.
So with champions of the world, don't you have to be the champions of the actual league that you're based in, like England League, the Premier League?
Yeah,
well, you have to be champions of your continent, yeah.
Yeah, but
and we are.
So they're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, because
we literally are champions of our continent. We're Champions League holders.
Not won the Premier League.
Arif, thank you so much for calling in. Inshallah, enjoy the rest of your break, and we will speak
See you
to
soon, inshallah.
All right, Salaam
No
alaikum.
problem, inshallah.
That was Arif Aziz, co-presenter. Very nice of him to call in and making the show what it usually is.
And the ex-Vets manager,
And
Ash.
the ex-Vets manager, Ash. Very nice of him to speak on air with us. And
I was going to ask him why he retired, but then
but
he seemed buzzing and going on about Liverpool. I thought.
Well, no, I did speak to him. I did speak to him about where he retired.
Oh, okay.
And
Go on, then. Can we share
it's
this?
all confidential.
Oh, okay. We can't.
Moving on. Burnley winning 1-0 away to Bournemouth. That's a bit of a that could have got either. Didn't Bournemouth have a good result recently? Did Bournemouth?
They won.
They were like they'd lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, was it against Arsenal?
I think it was against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheffield United again, another win, and unbeaten away from home in their last 18 trips away. Absolutely sensational. Newcastle beat Crystal Palace with their striker Almiron scoring his first goal in 27 appearances. Fantastic. Norwich Wolves. Now that was a really good game. Norwich went 1-0 up. Wolves came back to beat them 2-1. Wolves are playing some really, really good football. Norwich missed a few chances, and obviously the big game.
Wolves are back, aren't they? Because they seem to have a patch where they were having a bit of bad form, but they were talking about Wolves. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wolves started the season awful.
Yeah,
but they weren't having a bad patch. They just weren't having the results go their way. They were playing really well.
Yeah, so it's a bad patch. To play well, not getting results is a bad patch, is it not?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's like the striker playing well, but just not putting the ball in the back of the net. It's just not waiting for it.
Bad day in the office.
Yeah, bad day in the office.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. I like teams that commit to doing the right things over and over, regardless of what the results are. Because some teams just think, you know what, it's not working. Let's go long ball, or it's not working. Let's just change it up. And they haven't been stuck to it.
No, fair play to them if it comes right. But
you want to talk about today's game?
No, I was going to say in today's day and age, it's very rare that they allow you to stick to if you have. It's a results game, and if the results not going your way. Look, we had Leicester's manager wins the Premier League for Leicester unexpectedly and sacked the next season.
Yeah,
it's all about results.
Klopp, the season where he was let go of by Borussia Dortmund.
Yep.
They did some analysis on this and they were saying like, look, they were still doing the same things that they did the previous season. It's just they didn't have the luck of the green. There's a lot of a high element of luck in the game. And when he left and they brought their new manager in, they spoke to the new manager and they said, don't make any wide-sweeping changes. There's nothing wrong with the club per se. It's just we've not had the luck. And it will, it will even itself out.
Yeah. I mean, it will. Liverpool playing as good as they played last season. But with VAR this season, luck's gone their way.
Yeah.
And City have dropped more points than expected, shall we say?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
But
City,
whilst this season you can say is done and dusted and Liverpool should win their first ever Premier League title, next season will be a challenge for them. See if they can do it again next season.
Yeah. Just like it's this season's challenge for City to see if they can do it 3 years in a row.
Because only United was able to do that.
It's not simple to do.
It's not easy. Yeah, ask United that.
Man City 3, Leicester 1. 1-0 up, Leicester
1-0 up, yeah, Vardy.
Does that help Liverpool, or does that was it always going to be a Liverpool City title race?
Well, I don't think there's a race now. I think it's Liverpool's.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you genuinely just?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can't see Liverpool losing this now. No way.
I know you can't, but if you could, who would be the one team that would catch them before yesterday's result? Because now you'd say City are pretty much they're a point behind Leicester.
You would say City, wouldn't you? Because they've been there, done that.
Yeah.
So you would say, City will.
Leicester have as well.
More times City then.
Yeah.
Or been up there and about.
If
they've not won it, they've been second.
If you said City are going to win 14 straight to win the league, it's not preposterous because they did that last year.
Yep.
So they could do it again. So
but for Liverpool to lose 4 games now, I can't see that happening.
It is 4, isn't it? Yeah, it is 4.
Yeah, so absolutely. I can't see that happening.
Well, we've come to the end of our show. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, for listening in, for your interactions. Thank you to Arif and Ash for joining us on the phone as well.
Yes, thank you.
And inshallah, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time now after the new year. Assalamu alaikum.
You're listening to Salaam Radio, and it's now time for Maghrib Azan.